Okay. After a long bout of gambling, I've racked up 990 piantas. That's as much as I could care to do. And with these, we're going to buy lots and lots of power rushes. But first, we're actually going to buy the Money badge instead for 234 piantas, because you can only get that here. And I'm also going to buy a refund, because you can also only buy that here. But that still leaves us with 722 to buy a lot of cake mix and a lot of power rushes. So we're definitely going to get at least 6, because... actually, let me close out of this real quick to show this. So, Power Plus, right? Power Plus takes 6 BP, and it raises Mario's attack by 1. Power Rush, on the other hand, takes 1 BP and raises Mario's attack by 2 when he's in danger. However, we're always in danger. So, for the same amount of BP, we can get 12 times the effect. So that's 1. Unfortunately, it resets the cursor every time. 2. And 6. That still leaves us with 500 piantas. However, like Hammer Throw's okay. Quake Hammer, we only really need 1. Tornado Jump sucks. These 2 we can get easier, kind of. These 2 suck. There's not really much else to use. Refund is actually not bad. You can stack up a bunch of refunds and get just tons and tons of money out of items that you use. But realistically, there's no reason not just to buy more. So that's 8. 9. If you count the one we already have, that's 10. 11. 12. I think I'll only do one more. 13. Unlucky 13. But who needs luck when you have power? Look at that. So, Power Plus is being turned off. There was somewhere else that I could have picked up a Flower Saver. Or maybe it's we haven't reached it yet. We will see. Double Dip might be nice to put on too. Oh, P up, D down. That's another one. Boost Mario's attack by 1, but it takes 2 BP, so that's going off. And instead, Power Rush, Power Rush, Power Rush, Power Rush. Up, 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 up. So, we're now going to do an insane amount of damage. We've just broken the game, basically. Yes, please hold on to the 314 left. That's 100 pi to 2 decimal places. Oh, that's interesting. They got sorted weirdly. Let's fix that for you. You know, not freaks. That's rude, but people who care about that. But now we're off to do the dreaded Pit of 100 Trials, and I bought all of those Power Rush badges to completely trivialize what I used to think would be a near impossible challenge. So here we are. Oh! We never took the, Okay, hold on. We actually need to go back up to the Trouble Center real quick. So there's actually 2 help requests involving the Pit of 100 Trials. We only have access to one right now, and we're actually not going to have access to the other until after the end of the game. But for now, we'll do this one. This one only requires us to go to level 18, which is not that bad, and we probably could have done it much earlier because it's very non-committal. But I figured we'd save it for the Pit of 100 Trials episode, and we did. Hello. You took on my trouble? Oh, thank the stars, this is just terrible. My dad went into the Pit of 100 Trials and never came out. He lost his job and said the only way to support us was the pit's treasure. But I don't need treasure, I just want my dad back. Please help him. Alright. So, the Pit of 100 Trials. Danger! Do not enter. The pipe is the entrance to the Pit of 100 Trials. First attack and bump attack badges don't work, so beware. Deepest level reached, 0 because I haven't done it yet. Record power bounce, 8. Star pieces found 91 out of 100. That's a nice little collection notification, but the remaining 19 will be found in the next few episodes. So, Pit of 100 Trials actually has unique enemies to it. And this is one of them. It also has different selections. I don't know what the actual term for it is, but in RPG Maker I think they refer to it as troops. But so like, this fight could have had 2 Goombas or 3 Goombas, but we got the good one, which is just 1. Or Gloombas, rather. That's a Gloomba. It likes dark, damp places. Max HP is 7, attack is 3, defense is 0. It's stronger than a normal Goomba, so be careful. That's not a healthy color for a Goomba, but it doesn't mean it's sick or anything, so don't show any mercy. Okay, don't worry, I won't. How's 46 damage for you? Oh, also, this is running at 60 FPS now. I didn't realize you could change it at the beginning of the load-up. But, that might make things easier, or it might make things worse. You will see. This is a regular Spania who hit me first. Awesome. A lot of regular Spanias. Or Spinias. But, that's not a problem. Hopefully we get a bunch of cool encounters and not just a bunch of normal ones like these. How much FP does this take? 2? Eh, why not? It's easier to do than multi-bounce and less chance of messing up. Plus there's a good chance it will just end up regening FP at the beginning of every match anyway, so joke's on them. Dull bones. Yeah, see? And we can just do this one normal. Something that is kind of interesting for these regular enemies that I've just thought about. I've seen runs of a hard mode version of this game where they alter the enemies to have higher defense and higher HP, higher attack. And maybe new moves? I'm not 100% sure about that. But dealing you know, 40 damage to a regular enemy made me think of that, because, I mean, that can one-shot a lot of bosses, let alone regular enemies. Funnily enough, we might be seeing a type of enemy in here later on that has the same stats as Hooktail. But it's just a regular enemy, because technically you're not supposed to see it until the very end of the game, but more regular Spinias. Oh, and a Gloomba. So this is kind of an interesting way of showing that if you did want to take this challenge on, at least to some degree, because the rewards are incremental, you easily could do a good portion of this 100, well, I'd say the first 10, 20 floors, probably before Chapter 1. Oh, look at that, another lucky day. We might just have to grab that, actually. Unfortunately, we can't do that. The Zap Tap and Lucky don't really work together, do they? Alright, let's get it. Badge. Badge, please. Nice. And of course the fog. Let's just get this over with. Yes, the earthquake mist. Let's get... oh no, we can't get Goombella back out for these guys, because they have spikes. Definitely need those. Didn't the last time that happened I missed too? I knew it was going to happen. When the fog is out, you really do just have a better chance of assuming that you're going to miss. It's pretty ridiculous. Also, we're only getting 1 star point from each of these battles, but we're probably going to level up, or we definitely are going to level up soon, because it's going to happen in the next 5 floors. Oh, you know what? I should probably also... I'm going to throw on... I'll equip the W emblem for now. What floor are we on? 7? 9? Okay. So that means actually this next floor is going to be floor 10, which means we get our first reward. The Sleepy Stomp, which did we have? We did have before because I bought it, right? Yes. But now we have 2, and you can equip both for better odds of it activating. Return to entrance. So if we go up here, by the way, I don't see any enemies in this room. At least there's a pipe to take us back to the entrance if you want to bail. Then again, we'd have to fight our way back down to this level again. Better think it through before we do anything hasty. Know what I mean? I do know what you mean, because we're not going down, or we're not going up. But every 10 floors, you have the option of resetting, or just outright escaping. But we have our next new enemy. The Paragloomba. That's a Paragloomba. It's a Gloomba with wings. Max HP is 7, attack is 3, defense is 0. It's like a stronger version of a Paracoopa. Maybe that's all there is to it. Shouldn't that say Paragoomba? I wonder if living down here ever makes its wings moldy. Yuck! That's too gross to even think about. Blech. We will be seeing that again soon if we ever do Super Paper Mario. But anyway, I'll put on W emblem probably until, I don't know, maybe floor 20 or 30. And then I will put on the L emblem that we got because I wanted to give it a little bit more use than just chapter 7. And I guess, you know, technically we only use this for chapter 6, but that's why I'm going to use it a little bit longer. And in all honesty, I would do it to 50 to make it even, but the W emblem, I think, is the one that looks the worst. That's quite a bit of coins. We don't even have the money badge on. I'm kind of interested to see just how much the money badge increases the reward by, because I never got it when I played this game before, because it's ridiculously expensive in terms of Piantos. That being said, maybe I should say the story about when I tried to do a Pit of 100 Trials as a kid too. So of course I was kind of hesitant to do it because I wasn't very confident in being able to play the game properly back then. Keep in mind, I think I might have had like 20 badge points by the end of the game because I put a lot of them, or a lot of level ups into HP. Because even though I was decent at guarding, I don't know, I guess I didn't kill enemies fast enough and just ended up in long haul battles that went on and on forever. Oh, by the way, Mario became an A-list star. Next battle, Mario's crowd and stage will get even bigger. Nice. And let's equip Double Dip while we're here. Yeah, but so, as a kid, I didn't really know about, like, strategies like Danger Mario or, just kind of, you know, effective ways of doing battle. Like, recall my, my talk about how I didn't really use damage increases to my advantage. Oh my god, the fireworks. So that firework effect, if it goes off during battle, not at the beginning like that did, but during the rest of the battle, it can hurt you. So that's fun. Oh, good. Yeah, the 60 FPS is not helping. Anyway, so when I was a kid, I waited until after beating the final boss to do the Pit of 100 Trials. I didn't even really show off the stage there, did I? I waited until after doing the final boss to do the Pit of 100 Trials, and I made it probably this deep. It seemed a lot deeper, but of course, that was probably because I was taking 10 turns to finish the fights each. But there's no way to save through the Pit of 100 Trials. It's one, you do it and you do it good, or you don't do it at all. So I was there for a good couple hours. And eventually it just got to a point where we had to go somewhere that day. My family. And my parents were like, okay, let's go. And I was like, oh, I'm doing the Pit of 100 Trials. And they're like, so what? Which, you know, they were right to do. So realistically, this is possibly the deepest I've ever been in the Pit of 100 Trials, but of course I've seen gameplay all the way down to the bottom. Anyway, this is where this guy is. So let's talk to him. Huh? What? Who are you? Ah! Wow, did you come here to save me? Really? Pine Tea Jr. Wow. Good. I have to get back alive. Show me the way out. Alright, sure. Let's find the way out. I guess we can look at the stage now. So we have green curtains. And we also now have a maximum studio audience of 150. I guess those firework effects are also exclusive to the A-list stage. I don't think I've seen them so far in this run, so it's very likely. Here we are, floor 20. Hey, the exit. Okay, Pine Tea Jr., I'm on my way home. Okay. Fire drive. Attack all ground enemies and burn them as well. Pretty good. Not super good. So, are we allowed to progress further? We are. Okay. The wiki implies that you have to leave. But evidently you don't. Ooh. What a catalog of heroes this is. We've got a spiky Gloomba. That's a spiky Gloomba. It's a spiky Gloomba that likes dark places. Max HP is 7, attack is 4, defense is 0. Its attack is pretty high, huh? Pretty sure you know this, but try not to jump on the spike. Well, I can if I want. I wonder if I wonder if I'd look like that if I stayed down here long enough. I'd rather not think about that. Are you tanning? Are there tanning salons in Rogueport? Is this a regular bandit? It is. I don't really care though. I don't really care for bandits all that much. They can go. So this definitely is a decent way of farming coins. At least as long as you're also attempting to go through here. I would say fighting Rockhawk or going to the Twilight Forest and farming Amazy Daisies would be far better. But if you gotta do this, then you'll make quite a bit of money doing it. And items too. They didn't even have a super shroom. Lakitu. This is where a lot of enemies are that normally would just be in the Glitz Pit as well. Like you see Bob-ombs and Lakitus. Those aren't anywhere else in the game. Just here in the Glitz Pit. And so, supposing that you missed Tattles and you wanted to fill out your Tattlelog, well, you have to come down here to fill out your Tattlelog anyway. But this is an alternative to fighting back up the Glitz Pit ladder, if you don't want to do that. And we'll just have Goombella finish this one off. Up, up. Maybe next fight we'll have over 100 for the first time. Haboo. So we're starting to get to chapter 4. The enemies you will notice if you're paying attention. They do kind of follow a progression in line with the game's progression. So, the Lakitus and Bob-ombs were chapter 3. Before that we were running into Pale Clefs and Puffs. Rough Puffs. Which were chapter 2. And so on and so forth, which means that we will eventually run into spoilers, because there will be Pokemon, or not Pokemon, but enemies from chapter 7 and 8. And also, like I said earlier, enemies that are unique to this place, but do bear a resemblance to other enemies in the game. Which floor are we on now? Actually, this is the Pit of 100 Trials. That pipe seems to lead down forever. Still, the air seems kind of fresh here. I guess it's flowing down from above, huh? This is 27. So, the main reason I'm doing this is not... Well, I mean, I have to complete it for completion's sake, but the reward for completing the Pit of 100 Trials is actually kinda bad. Especially in a Danger Mario run. Like, it's definitely not going to be put on by me. The real reward is going to come at level 50. And I'll leave it a surprise. But you will, let's just say, I think you'll like it. Almost considering that I should have bought maybe a gold bar to have my coins fresh down to 0 going into this. Because I've already made like 100 or 200, right? Because we bought the book. I guess if you, like, in the... on floor 1 we got 1 coin, right? But these ones, like, we got quite a few. How many is this guy gonna drop? Is that 8? So 8 coins a floor, and I'm missing 1, so let's say 7 a floor. That's 700 coins by the end, on average. Also, Charlatan can come here. Oh, I guess this is a way that you can spend your coins. 20 for a mushroom. 60 for a super mushroom. These are all kind of not good. I don't want these. What I do want is this. Zap Tap. Do damage to enemies that touch Mario in battle. So, that effect that we sometimes get from Pretty Lucky, we can just have it permanently from Zap Tap. Also, this protects us from when Puffs charge up. It costs 3 FP, so, or BP, so maybe we'll save it for when we level up, but it's very much like Spike Power. What's that? The Spike Shield? Almost just a general good put on and forget kind of badge that protects you in a general sense. That's a Dark Koopa. It lives in dark places that light never reaches. Max HP is 8, attack is 4, defense is 2. It's a bit tougher than a regular Koopa, so you won't be able to beat it easily. But it does have the same weakness as a regular Koopa. Flip it over and it's helpless. Why do you think it needs the sunglasses down here anyway? What's the point? He wears his sunglasses at night. Gamoa. Haven't you ever heard the song? And they drop far less coins, leaving us one short of 400. What are we going to spend all of these coins on? We might be asking. And the answer is probably cooking ingredients. Or badges, actually. That's probably a better thing to spend money on. At the the House of Lovely Badges. These guys, these are also Chapter 4. And the blue Koopas. Have you seen the blue Koopas? They were in the Glitz Pit, right? Yeah. Let me double check that. Oh, there we go. 101 audience. Probably had that last fight too, but... Who's watching? Well, that's interesting. Catalog. Yeah, Glitzville. Actually, look at this. Look at all the... We filled out first page. In fact, we've done 88 out of 124. And a lot of these are actually going to be filled out from finishing this. We'll basically just be left with some of the Chapter 7 enemies. Actually, a lot of the Chapter 7 enemies. The bosses for Chapter 7 and Chapter 8. I think that's it, actually. I think we might clear the catalog aside from like 5 things. We shall see. We definitely shall see. So, here we see Flower Fuzzy, which technically could count as a Chapter 3 enemy, but realistically it's a Chapter 5 enemy. Let's see how much just regular hammer does to this guy. 23, that's pretty good. So keep in mind, we still have 3 of these to equip, so we could be doing 6 more damage per hit. At this point, the difference between jumping or doing a single jump and a single hammer is negligible. There's actually kind of a, interestingly enough, there is a mathematical kind of, not theory, but a little trick, a little hidden secret in math that you do learn about if you take higher STEM courses. That's called the large number theorem. Computing also, you'll learn about it if you take computing. The large number theorem, this really shows that I've already run out of things to talk to. I'm talking about math. Large number theorem states that for a sufficiently large number, an addition of a small number can be nearly equated to the addition of 0. So, an example of that is, say you have a variable, let's stick to computing just to keep it clean. So you have a variable set to like 100 million. You have the timer. Let's say you have a timer set to 100 million seconds. Supposing that you had to factor in 1 extra second. At that scale, that 1 second is so negligible that you can just ignore it and say that 100 million and 1 is equal to 100 million, functionally. This is not a theoretical practice. Similarly, if you go even larger, there's a very large number theorem, which is kind of the same thing, but in terms of multiplication. So that at some point you get numbers that are so large that doubling them effectively gives you the same value. And you might think of that and say, how does that make sense? How can a number twice as big be the same number? But if you consider, say, 2 to the 100 million, which is extremely large. Same items. Let's take a break from math talk for a second to show the reward. Pity Flower. Whenever Mario takes damage, occasionally recover 1 FP. So that's per hit, and I think it's 1/3 odds that you get 1 FP. It's not bad, actually. But so say you have 2 to the 100 million, an extremely large number. Or not extremely large, because there's an extremely large number theorem too. But doubling that number would give you 2 to the 100 million and 1. And going back to the large number theorem, 100 million and 1 is effectively the same as 100 million. So doubling 2 to the 100 million is effectively equal to 2 to the 100 million. That's a dark paratroopa. It lives in dark, damp places. Max HP is 8, attack is 4, defense is 2. It's strong, but otherwise just like other paratroopas. It's airborne, so try to ground it first. Okay, well, how about trying to insta-kill it first? Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that, because it does go further than that, but we don't need to spend 10 minutes talking about math. These guys we have seen before in Chapter 5, so we're up to Chapter 5 enemies now. We're starting to get to the point where we're getting star points for each battle, or for each enemy rather than each battle. And actually, if we get those bulky bob-ombs again, I might heal up, because I did not really enjoy taking 2 damage from the Paragoompas, or dark paratroopers. Please let me hit you, sir. Okay. I guess not. Oh, look at that. It's a Chapter 6 enemy, too. Okay. Goombella... Goombella, you attack that guy. Why not? And let's show off Sweet Feast, why don't we? Sweet Feast is kind of cool. Okay, so you can just hold that and you spam throw. There's no holding the thing in your hand. But Sweet Feast, you get significantly more out of it. And to compensate, you get, or it takes significantly more star power. Effectively, we healed 1 HP for 5 SP, but that's fine. Oh no! The embers do not take damage from that. Oh look, we get the worms too. Uh-huh. What a predicament. Let's go to bubbering. Bobbery kill these things? Yes. Hey, we fill our star power, that's nice. And also fill up to 150 people. Or punies, I guess. Do I have ice badge on? Yes, I do. Okay. And we get our 2 star points doubled. Amazing. Listen to the crowd applaud that. Yeah, 4 star points. I'm wondering if putting on HP drain would be worth it. Because we're going to get to a point where, like, taking a hit is risky. Because HP drain is only 1. Let's give it a shot. Because we can afford 1 attack power. Right? We still do 25. And we get the healing effect from Lucky Start. So it's not per hit. That's something to keep in mind. Pity Flower is per hit. HP Drain is not per hit. But that should keep us pretty, let's just say. Now they start dropping hearts. Actually the reward that we get out of the trouble that we got from Pine Tea will actually allow us to get... Oh no, I'm thinking of Dazzle actually, never mind. With the star pieces, we can buy badges that make enemies more likely to drop lots of hearts and lots of flowers, and actually also lots of items. Well, not lots of items, but more likely to drop items. Presumably badges as well. Item hog is what it's called. But I have made the executive decision to hold off and just buy all of Dazzle's stock at once. Also, those fireworks will set these guys off, so that's fun. Yes, I want to have the 100 star pieces at the end of Chapter 7. There's no star pieces in Chapter 8. So we'll go into Chapter 8, and maybe we'll have Item Hog on, just to see how it works, but I think it's 5 BP, so it's not super worth it. Also, I kept the Wario badge on far longer than I was intending on. We're going through this much faster than I expected. This should be almost level 40, right? Oh no, almost level 50, okay. Well, might as well just keep it on then. Give it the fair 50. That it doesn't deserve, but that it, well, that it's fair to do. Oh, look at these guys. Ready to drain my HP too. Let's not let them. What else is there to talk about? Nothing? I've talked about every single thing I possibly can. Here we are, level 50. You can see that the background changes. And also, oh no, it's not here. Hello, charlatan. Do you have something new? No. Oh, you have new prices. 30 coins for a mushroom. Although, you could easily afford it. This is the big grab. The strange sack. An item that lets you carry up to 20 items. So this is a key item. Let's sort by name, I guess. Or sort by type. Sure. This strange sack just doubles your inventory. So now this is not a full inventory. This is only half an inventory. So we go from 10 to 20. That's a big upgrade. Is this a new enemy? It is. We're also still on the W emblem. That's a badge bandit. He's a bandit who'll go after your badges. That jerk. Max HP is 12, attack is 5, and defense is 0. He has high attack power and HP. He sometimes steals a badge when he tackles you, so use your guard carefully. And even if he gets one, keep your cool, okay? If he runs from the battle, you can always find him and re-engage him. I'm not sure what she means by that, but most certainly do not allow yourself to be touched by a badge bandit. Okay, W emblem is going off. L emblem is being equipped. Now we're green Mario. We have chapter 7 enemies. Multiple chapter 7 enemies that I am not going to tattle just yet. I'm just going to kill them. We will tattle those enemies when we actually see them in chapter 7, so that it makes more sense if you skip over this episode and just watch chapter 7 and you're like, whoa, why do they have health bars already? So, that's why. Goodbye, badge bandit. Let's never ever get touched by you. It's a bad touch, bandit. I am kind of curious if it's the badge bandits that are dropping all these coins, or if it's the dark goose, or if it's just the number of enemies. These are red chomps, and if you recall, that's a chapter 3 enemy, but they still drop 2 experience points. So I guess it's proper that they were the second to last fight. Not including Rockhawk. But they're pretty beefy. Fortunately, 20 damage is enough to deal with them without causing a problem to us. Ooh, lots of mooncluffs. Now we're getting into the realm of actually getting XP from battles, because we've basically caught up to where we are in the game. And we're only halfway through. Or a little over half. but that just goes to show you how much more challenge there is awaiting us deeper. It also sounds a little bit like Mario's voice is slightly higher. Maybe not. Maybe I was just imagining things. Also notice the badge bandits don't give much experience. Why did the red chomp give 2, but the badge bandits give none? Also, if you're not aware, the amount of experience that enemies gives changes because in the game's code, all the enemies have a level, except the level is kind of irrelevant in terms of their actual power. It basically is only used to determine how much experience you get. So the higher an enemy's level is than Mario's, the more experience of their base that you get. And then as you creep closer and eventually surpass it, that goes down until it just hits 0, and then you only get 1 from the battle. But so most boss enemies will have very, very high levels. Like I think some enemies are level, or some bosses are level 70. Pretty sure Cortez is level 70. Which is... okay. 70 is pretty unrealistic unless you're really grinding. And that basically just guarantees that you always get the 20 or 30 or however much that you get out of them because they're a boss battle, basically. But so, I think Mazy Daisies are level 100, so you get a lot of experience out of them. I'll definitely have, well, I think we will be running into some at some point in the pit. But we've reached level 60 and we get another double dip badge. And we meet Dark Lakitu. Did I equip double dip? Oh, and a Dark Craw as well, which we've seen. So double dip is actually in, it's not in tactics. It's in items. When you open items, you get the option to double dip. Okay. Title, Dark Lakitu. That's a Dark Lakitu. It rides a rain cloud. Max HP is 13, attack is 5, and defense is 0. It attacks by throwing pipes at you. If it's holding up a pipe when you jump on it, you'll get hurt. And sometimes the pipes it throws turn into sky blue spinies. Wow. If you only attack the spinies, you'll never win. Go after the Dark Lakitu. Okay. I'm kind of curious if those sky blue spinies are going to be an enemy that we will encounter later on, or if I'm going to have to let the Lakitu attack. Anyway, let's get the BP. The Dark Craw enemy that was in the back there, that was another one that we saw during the Pit of 100 Trials. Or not, well, definitely during the Pit of 100 Trials, but during the Glitz Pit. I have Mega Rush P on. Why? I don't need it. I don't remember the last time a teammate was that low. Let's get Zap Tap on. And then... has Happy Heart not been working? Or we're just finishing turns or battles in one turn, so we don't... it's not like having a chance to activate. This is called the Dean plays with his badges forever. Okay. Next level up, I'll probably put on a couple of pretty luckies, so that we can get more misses. Because if an enemy doesn't hurt us, that's a lot better than hurting us at less damage. Are these... These are dry bones. We're also just going to kill these. Get 20 XP out of it. Because the reason why we got so much is that those are Chapter 8 enemies, so we're now deep enough that we're seeing enemies from the end of the game. This thing, too. This is what I was talking about when I said... They're level 63. This is what I was talking about when I said that there will be enemies with the same stats as Hooktail. And this is it. It has 20 HP and 1 defense, like Hooktail. But it too is a Chapter 8 enemy, so we will discover it when we delve there. I'm mostly doing it to not spoil anything in the title. Like, so when Goombella titles it and it says where it's from. This is a Chapter 7 enemy. Huh. Like, so for the Moon Cleft, we already know we're going to the moon. So if I had titled the Moon Cleft, Goombella would say, Moon Cleft from Moon. Or the Moon. So that one I can safely give away. But the other ones, doing that sets a precedent to do the other ones, and if I did the other ones, then you'd know what the locations are called, which I know is... that's a big deal. But just to make sure that everyone's okay, we're doing it this way. Because I know... Ooh! Oh no, that's bad. Well... We'll get it anyway. So that's a... it didn't hurt us. Sometimes it hurts you, sometimes it doesn't. That is a... P up... P... No, P down, D up, P. And like I said, the P up, D downs, or P down, D up badges are bad because they lower attack power and you want attack power in this game, basically. As a rule of thumb. Higher defense doesn't really mean anything. So, I could care less whether I have that or not, but you can actually sell badges, and I guess having it is better than not having it, because, you know, your badge inventory is unlimited, or basically unlimited, probably stacks to 256 if I had to take a wild guess, or maybe 512, just basing it solely off of powers of 2. But who knows, maybe it... Oh no, maybe... I don't know. Maybe it's a 64-bit integer, who knows? You can just have 2 billion badges. Let's get Goombella back out. I know that the partners haven't had a lot of time to shine, mostly because I'm abusing danger closes or power rushes. For time's sake mostly, but also because we have our stats set up for it. If I weren't doing a Danger Mario run, I could probably do it. And I would feel safer not having 5 HP. But because we are doing a Danger Mario run and we do have 5 HP, might as well put it to use. Actually do the strategy that we're ready to do. We get more spite pouches. Funnily enough, because the spite pouch effect you'll see later. We should be coming up on another reward zone, no? I hope we are. We gotta level up, first of all. Hey. Oh. Went down before I could pick up the rest of it. Oh yeah, look, we did get another reward. This is Double Dip P, so that's the source of Double Dip P, I think. This is level 70. So let's throw on one of these and one of these. And maybe you could say that this is baby mode. And maybe you'd be right. Anyway, here's a new enemy. It's kind of like those dark wizards that we saw before that we didn't tattle. Oh, look at that. Really? Wow, that is ambitious, putting him in Chapter 3. Yeah. Actually, let's see if I can kill this. Oh no! Oh no! So he's embiggened now. Let's just tattle them. So these are regular wizards, which is kind of funny. That's a wizard. It's a part machine, part organic, centuries-old thing. Max HP is 10, attack is 6, defense is 3. It uses magic to attack, heal, and alter your condition, so stay on guard. Its defense is high, but we can totally take this thing. It's kind of funny. Frick! Wow. Okay. It's kind of funny how the regular wizard is a Pit of 100 Trials exclusive enemy. But the dark wizard isn't. I would, if I were to come up with it, I would have, or if I were part of the localization team, even if it weren't correct in Japanese, if it's also dark wizard. But if I were on the team, I would have at least suggested to make the one that you run into during the story proper be called Wizard, and the one that you can only do by the by getting 70 floors into the you know, the big boy dungeon be the Dark Wizard. Then we get a Sleepy Sheep. Thank you, audience member. The green ember, which we're also not going to tattle. So, funnily enough, that does actually almost lead me to believe that they intended on wizards being somewhere in Chapter 8. Because those green embers are Chapter 8 as well. So it's odd. It's odd to me, in my opinion. This is a swampire, if I had to take a wild guess. No, this is a swoopula. Okay. So that one is not getting tattled just yet. Actually, level 74. Let me really quick. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. So that enemy, the swoopula, that's a chapter. That hit me? Now I gotta double check this too. Yes, so that enemy. Oh, it had a defense! Oh no! It had a defense plus. That's... that kind of sucks how they were so stacked up that I didn't really see that. We got another level up already. Yes, that Chain Chomp, Chapter 8 enemy as well. So, the funny thing about the Pit of 100 Trials is that it actually shows off kind of like a Chapter 9 set of enemies. You'll see this when we get deeper. But there is another, like... So this is 75? Yeah. So, in the last, like, 10 floors, you start to see enemies that are nowhere else in the game, but are, like, variants of other enemies. And I mean, all I can say is wait and see. And I'll be proven right, as I always am. 750 coins. This is what I was talking about, because we still have a quarter of the thing to go, and we've made 600 coins, which is significant. Think about it. Yeah, we can now one-hit these things because we put on more danger rushes. It would have been nice to have that defense plus, but I think the last stand badges are more applicable to a Danger Mario run, because I'm pretty sure they're calculated last. Or first. No, yes, last. So it wouldn't really matter if we had one more defense and then it's cut in 3, because the odds of that one defense difference changing the amount of damage that we get dealt after rounding down is unlikely, especially considering we can only take a maximum of 5 damage. Which is kind of funny to think about. Let's art attack these guys. Just to make sure. Because if they pull off that lightning item, which probably doesn't check the damage the same way that their regular attack does, I will be dead. That last coin would have been our 800th. But we're going to save that for the final 20 floors. Our reward for reaching level 80 is bump attack. So remember at the top we had the warning that bump attack doesn't work. This makes it so that any enemies that would give us 0 XP for fighting them just simply fall over. They like fold apart and you don't even have to battle them. Of course you don't get the 1 XP that you would get, but... Okay, so here's what I was talking about. These enemies. Let me double check yet again. Because I gotta be on this, okay? Only found in the Pit of 100 Trials. Okay. So these 2 enemies here. I'll kill them both this turn because we'll run into more. But that's a piranha plant. In fact, I think this is the strongest type of them all. The pure one. Max HP is 15, attack is 9, defense is 0. Its attack is absurdly high. It may look like a normal piranha plant, but don't be fooled, it's super tough. If we get beaten by a flower, we'll have to hear it for it. We'll never hear the end of it, you know what I mean? I do. So let's just go ahead and kill both of them. Also, the guy that we killed off the first attack there, that was that pink thing that we saw in the 3 Shine Sprite room, you know? You know what I mean? Okay, here's our chance to tattle the other one. This is a dark bristle? Yes. So we've seen bristles way back in chapter 1. That's a dark bristle. It's an ancient creature made of rock. Max HP is 8, attack is 8, defense is 4. You can't jump on it because of the spikes, and you shouldn't approach it because of the spears. And its defense is high. You better take it out with special attacks or items. Okay, or I could just jump on it and deal 48 damage. Which is 40 more than it has. This guy. Just the one? Oh no, 4. Okay. Let's see. That's an Arantula. It's a spider-like creature that lives deep underground. Max HP is 16, attack is 7, and defense is 0. Yeah, it's pretty tough. It'll spit web wads at you. Sometimes it even attacks several times in a row. That coloring freaks me out. I'm kind of scared of spiders, so let's do this quickly. Alright, you said it. $32 XP. For 1 turn of fighting. More badge points, please. 69! And a lot of coins. I don't want to call it, but I think we're definitely going to get 99. What else can we put on? We got all our power rushes on. I should have bought more. I don't know. Refund? We could put P up, D down back on, but I don't really want to take more damage here. Fire drive, I guess. Just have all of the possible attacks equipped, just in case. Or piranha plants. They're tricky. They know what you're doing. Oh, look at that. Whole bunch of them. 31 damage. It's a good thing, too, because if I had to deal with these things having 15 health, that would be annoying. Extremely so. And look at that, we're up to 150. Probably because we leveled up, but whatever. Oh, I should have tattled with Goombella on the green rocks, because we're down to the black rocks already. We've come pretty far, it looks like. The air's getting super dank. Who knows how deep it goes, but let's keep going as long as we can. Well, I know exactly how long it goes. It goes 100 floors. So it's called a pit of 100 Oh, look at these guys. They are not gonna like... Let's show a fire drive. Yeah. Almost ready to level up again. 5 of those things was more than they needed, or more than I needed. But, you know, it's okay. It's good. This is gonna hurt. Yeah, it hurt a lot. Fortunately, I think this should level up. Yep. Alright. More badge points. What floor are we on now? 86. 14 more to go. Can we trick this guy? Yeah. So this is the Ultra Hammer attack, which I guess I've never shown. It's exactly the same as the normal one. And unfortunately, the damage for knocking them all back is only slightly increased. So, I mean, you're better off just doing something like this. I really like how the stone facade with the spikes falls down to another stone wall, which presumably will also fall down. The layers are stacked pretty high. Can I get you to come all the way down? No. Do it. Do it. Yeah. The Flower Saver making multi-bounds only 1 FP is really a godsend. I'm amazed that we haven't had to use any items so far. Mostly, granted, because of the level ups, you know, in great abundance. But, but even if that weren't the case, we'd be on good terms. The FP recovery from the Lucky Start also helps. I would equip FP Happy Flower, I think it's called. But the primary source of that is Dazzle, another badge that Dazzle sells. And here we are, floor 90. Wait, we've got floor 90 already? Last 4 floors just kind of phase together. Here we get Lucky Day. Causes enemies to miss more often. So, that's kind of like... Notice it takes 7 FP, which is heavy, but we don't really need Power plus P, do we? So basically that just stacks with all these, but counts for even more. Let's go to the final 10 floors. Funnily enough, we haven't ran into the digger guy. Also, this is a new type of wizard. Oh, wow. He's got an ultra shroom on him. I almost am tempted to switch to Miss Mouse and steal it off of him. And quick swap would have made that extremely easy. But something tells me that these things can do a lot of damage, and I don't want to take a lot of damage. That's an elite wizard. That's the top of the heap of half-machine organisms. Max HP is 12, attack is 8, defense is 5. You can probably guess this, but it uses various magic moves in battle. And if it's alone, it'll create illusions of itself. It has no real weakness. So just use whatever you've got to beat it, okay? Let's go, Mario. So yeah, look at that stat. 8 attack. That's just nasty. So the green guy there, that's a swampire. Looks like swampire, like a swamp, but it's like vampire. Another enemy that's unique to the Pit of 100 Trials. Only in the last 10 floors too. Can you imagine that? These guys also unique to the Pit of 100 Trials. The Poison Puff. And an Amazy Daisy! Ooh. Okay, well, how much HP does the Amazy Daisy have? 40? No, 20, okay. So, let's tattle the Poison Puff. That's a Poison Puff, basically a puff of poisonous air. Max HP is 15, attack is 8, defense is 0. Its poisonous gas attack is 10, so it's lower than, or no, up to. These things charge you, but they also save up toxins and poison you with them. Scum! Plus you can't touch them when they're saving up toxins or you'll get hurt. Lame. Alright. Let's see if we can do this and kill the Amazy Daisy in one hit. Look at that XP! Oh boy. 70 star points. Imagine if that got doubled. So I think we just need to tattle the swampires, and we will be good. Oh no, these guys too. I forgot about these guys. The purple versions of the bulky bob-ombs. The bob-bulk. That's a bob-bulk. That's easily the biggest bob-omb I've ever seen, even though it's the exact same size as the bulky bob-omb. Max HP is 10, attack is 4, defense is 2. So pretty measly compared to the rest of these things. It won't attack, but once its fuse is lit, it'll explode after a while. So the problem is how to beat it before it goes off. I mean, its bomb attack has a power of 16. That's no joke. Seriously, watch out for that. Just go out, all out and beat it. Pull out all the stops. Or you could just set it off early with fire or explosions. Your call. Okay. Or I could kill them because they have 10 HP. What floor is this? 93. So this will be 94. What I was going to say earlier. I'm surprised that we haven't run into the digger guy. Oh, look at all these swampires. The digger guy, I guess I'll tell you later. That's a swampire. It's a feared health sucker that hides in the darkness. Max HP is 20, attack is 6, defense is 0. It sucks health from its prey to add to its own HP, and that totally grosses me out like you wouldn't believe. 20 HP. If you let it feast on you, its HP will get really high. Focus your attacks on it. Okay, well, how can I focus my attacks on it if there's 5 of them? Like this, maybe? Get 40 XP out of it. And another level up. Okay, so that should be the catalog. Let me check that. Catalog. This guy. These. Oh. They did do it. So I am missing the sky blue dark Lakitu. That's okay though, because we will have to come back. But that's dirty. Yep, okay. That's good. So that's basically everything except for the last 2 chapters of enemies and the boss. Oops, I wanted to jump on him. Oh! Would you look at that? Okay. If you really insist. What was the elite wizard done? Good thing I pulled up the thing, so now I can just cheat. What was the elite wizard's attack? 8. And this vampire. 6. Okay. I hope I won't regret this. Elite Wizard, you go. And Gambella switch out to Miss Mouse. Okay. Actually, I should probably just have Miss Mouse out for now. On. Because we, like I said, we are done tattling. Give it. Nice. Power plus. Even though it's garbage compared to Danger Rush. But it's still a very valuable badge. Especially if we want to sell it. Please don't throw rocks at me, sir. He's been atomized. We got a Bushi. Oh. This is 95? 96. Oop. Another Amazy Daisy. And it's dead. Lots of XP, yay! I'm really glad that we got a couple of Amazy Daisies, because they're not guaranteed to show up. But they can, in the last, like, 20 floors. Because I did want to show off killing an Amazy Daisy, just to show all that XP that they give. This is floor 97, and we are going to reach max money. Because we are 2 off in this. Oh, another Amazy Daisy! Is that gonna be it? Oh no, I thought we might have 2 consecutive level ups, but that would be too funny. So yeah, we are now 999 coins. With only 3 floors to go. So if you went into this with 0 coins, you'd be coming out nearly topped up. No way. Oh. Okay. Oh no. I can't steal it? That's a real shame. Let's see how much. Yeah. Just a cool 100 star points. How do you like a level up in one, but I don't even need to pick that up. I'm full health, full coins. Is this floor 99? 98. 99. With a pretty standard fight. I think they could have at least made 99 a guaranteed Amazy Daisy. But having those, I mean, never would I have thought that I'd get a double Amazy Daisy fight. But here we are. The pipe to the 100th floor. And what am I going to do? Something truly insane. All the power rushes are staying on. P up, D down is going on. Oh, the health drain coming off. And both power pluses coming on. Our attack is now nutty high. Time to get Goombella out. Ooh. Yeah, okay. We should be good to go. Floor 100. No dialogue, just the fight. Oh! Wow, what a freak! And a freak he is. We get dodgy. Probably the best thing we could have got. This is Bone Tail, the boss of the Pit of 100 Trials. That's Bone Tail. He's the oldest brother of Hooktail. So old he's just bones, in fact. Wow. Now that's old. His body's max HP is 200. His attack is 8, his defense is 2. He has various breaths that might confuse us or put us to sleep. When his HP gets low, he'll recover or reanimate as the case may be. He's probably stronger than the last boss. Seriously. Let's do this right. So I'm going to start double dipping a booze sheet on Mario, just to guarantee that we don't get hit. And also a power punch on Mario. Now we're Big Mario. I would power lift, but I think at that point it would just be disrespectful. Let's power jump. Forces me out at 50 hits. Or 50 HP. Goombella can do nothing against him. A fork? Oh no. We will need to jump to finish the fight. Is Bonetail susceptible to anything? Burn only, and you can't burn with jumps. Okay, spin jump it is, I guess. That's 2-turn Bonetail. Arrgh. A mere 1 XP for the hardest boss in the game. And the reward for making it to the end of the pit of 100 trials. You got return postage. Makes direct attackers take 1/2 the damage they do. Which for Danger Mario means maybe 1. It takes 7 BP and will not be being used. Also, this soundtrack is the only... this is the only time in the game that it plays. I think when you come back it actually plays a different track, because you cannot rebattle Bonetail. This is the lowest floor in the Pit of 100 Trials. A zombified dragon named Bonetail used to protect this room. Yuck. Mario, I bet you're the first person to make it this far. I totally knew you'd do it. Now let's get out of this creepy place and back to the world above, okay? Alright. Bye, Bonetail. My dad's back. Sorry for troubling you. I guess health and family really are the most important things, you know? I'll look for new work. I've got to be strong for my dear son. Thank you so much. I'll give you my treasure as a reward. It's really important to me, but nothing's more important than my dad, so here. You get the silver card. Now if you'll excuse us, and really, thank you so much. You solved the trouble. I'm going to buy Power Jump from this store. We could get it from the Pianta parlor, but here it's cheaper. And equip it, why not? Do we have Ice Smash? Yes. So here you can buy all of the badges that they offer. These are single buys, by the way. Once you get them, they are removed from the stock. And if they're on the shelf, then they're 33% off, or just 30%. But yeah, if you want, you can do it here for full price. But we have actually most of these, so I think Unsimplifier and Simplifier are the only ones that we need in First Attack, perhaps. I'll double check. Yeah, I was gonna sell the badges that we got, but they don't really have much to buy that I wanted. Oh, here, hold on. Give me Close Call. Bye. Others. Me regular Close Call. Oh no, this is Miss? Yeah, fuck it. I'm selling. I'd like to sell. Oh yeah, look, Power Plus are 200 coins. Return postage is 500. But we're going to sell an HP Plus. We're also going to sell this guy. Oh, that's 100! Why? They're useless! Okay. I guess we'll buy on Simplifier and Simplifier then. Oh, you can buy multiple of these. Oh, right, because, so, there's 3 of them in the game, and I think all of them are from here. Of each. And I would like to sell this thing. Yes. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, let's go check out what that silver card does, and then we will be done. Hello. You can play the minigame. You can now play paper game. I don't care. I would like to see that I can now buy Power Smash, multi-bounce, Gold Bar X3 so I can exchange my Piantas for money, and that's it. Shh. I'm just buying them for fun. Oh, now that we have 2 double dips, if we equip them both, we can what's called triple dip, which is another option that we're given. So for even more FP, if we wanted, we could do 2 items or 3 items in one turn. But I don't really care. So guys, hold on. Let's get Yoshi over here. So with that out of the way, in the next episode, we will be starting Chapter 7, right over here at the Blue Pipe. See you guys then. Peace.